AliExpress continues to be so saturated for dropshippers with poor product quality, poor communication, and constant delivery issues. So in this video, I'm going to give you 3 solid alternatives to AliExpress. Make up your mind. Before we get into it, if you've seen my previous video, you might be thinking, okay, what about Amazon dropshipping? Well, that is still a viable option. Despite some comments in the previous video, it still is a viable option. I know because I have some students doing 4 to 5 figures easily per month via Amazon dropshipping. But the following alternative that I'll be sharing with you today in this video is potentially a bigger option and better alternative to even Amazon dropshipping. So let's get stuck into it. But before we get stuck into it, make sure that you do give this video a thumbs up if it does help you, and make sure that you subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed already for more content. So the first alternative I'm going to give you is Etsy. Etsy can be extremely lucrative. Not only are you getting unique handcrafted items here, they also do manufactured items in general. So you're not only getting top-notch shipping from Etsy, you're also getting reliability and top-notch quality products. Now, here's the thing. Here's the caveat with Etsy you need to be wary of. If you read their T's and C's, terms and conditions, you're not allowed to dropship items from Etsy directly. So that is the big caveat. However, there is a workaround. And if you get this workaround correct and right, then this is going to be lucrative for you. So the workaround here is by going into, let's just go into one product here. And if you go into the profile of the person selling this item, you're going to DM them directly, click contact, and have a conversation with them. I'm obviously not signed in, but have a conversation with them and ask them if they do wholesale deals here. And then once you speak to them about wholesale deals, you're going to ask them if they're happy to distribute the products on your behalf. Now, the thing that I found with this is, in full transparency by the way, I have not personally done Etsy dropshipping before. However, I have had friends who have had massive success with Etsy dropshipping. It's not in the mainstream. I haven't seen many people doing this, but I do have friends who Etsy dropship to this day and still see great success. Now, like I said, you're going to talk to this distributor and this supplier and ask them if they have wholesale setup, and most of them, about maybe 60% of them, are going to say that's totally fine with me, happy to wholesale for you. But about maybe 20 to 30% of them who initially said yes, we do wholesale, are going to say yes, we will dropship for you, we're happy to do that. But the majority will actually say no, we're not happy to dropship for you. You have to distribute it yourself via wholesale. So it's a hit and miss sort of thing. You need to contact quite a few suppliers in order to get an agreement going. But you know, it's no successful e-commerce business out there has ever created a long-term brand that goes beyond themselves by just drop shipping from a simple platform like AliExpress. So Etsy is really taking it one step further and really getting unique, handcrafted products or just unique products in general by setting up a supplier distributor relationship. So it is a bit of work up front by talking to a few suppliers, but it's nothing that you can't do. And it's, I quote Shoe Dog, my Phil Knight, the creator of Nike, and this is some of the stuff that he had to do as well. You have to go out there and really get yourself out there and talk to distributors, talk to suppliers, and get a unique deal with them. That way you hold the rights to distributing their products. So let's just assume that now you've got a product that you want to sell with the supplier agreeing to your setup. What are you going to do now? So I've tested quite a few different Etsy importers, and the best one that I have found is Omni Importer, this app here. So all you're going to do is search up Omni Importer in Shopify apps, and then you're going to click into import and upload, and all you're going to do is click import products and then import from Etsy, and then you're just going to link up to that store and then click import products, and you have all the all their products there. So it's as simple as that. It's not as simple as Oblo, obviously, but it's as easy to use as Oblo. Again, you just need to talk to the supplier up front. And for all you WordPress folks out there, you can use Wooshark. Wooshark is awesome too. So this is an extremely lucrative, potentially extremely lucrative alternative to AliExpress. You're going to get amazing products. You're going to get reliable products, reliable shipping, and it's just going to be a hot and completely entirely different experience for the customer itself. You can also talk about custom packaging. It won't come in crappy e-packet packaging and whatnot. The obvious trade-off is the fact that the product prices in general are going to be higher. Now, don't take this as the best example. I just clicked on a random store and these prices are relatively expensive, but there are plenty of suppliers out there on Etsy who provide great cost and also great products in general. And they do not need to be handcrafted, because when it comes to handcrafted products, you can imagine that there will be some caveats there, such as not being able to bulk sell because they are handcrafted. But again, there are plenty of manufactured items on Etsy that you can sell on bulk. It's just getting through that first hurdle and talking to the supplier. Now, I found talking to friends that they find the best success by getting a script going. So a script, sending it out on bulk to suppliers. So if you're interested in that script, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll have to work something out with my friend and see if I can grab that script from them, or I can work out a script myself. So let me know down in the comments below if you're interested in this specific form of dropshipping, which not many people are using at the moment. So that is the first and foremost alternative to AliExpress this year moving forward. I'm going to give you the second alternative here, and this one's quite interesting. This one is about, I've actually got quite a few questions about this specific platform here. And like I said, I'm putting this one in here simply because I get so many questions about this alternative to AliExpress. And here's my experience and thoughts with this platform that I actually have used. Now, this platform I'm going to show you is GearBest. You may or may not have heard about it. It does look like AliExpress, but here's the differences. The main difference is it's really good for tech products. And tech products can be extremely hot. So with this, there's a few differences. Like I said, it's great for tech products because in general, what I have found is the prices for tech products are actually more competitive than AliExpress. And that's a huge pro as it is already. The second thing is they allow PayPal to be used. So PayPal is actually great in terms of being a buyer. PayPal protects you. So AliExpress doesn't as a whole provide PayPal as of right now, but it depends on the supplier and if they provide PayPal as an option. But overall, AliExpress does not provide PayPal as an option. So with GearBest, they provide PayPal as an option overall. And on top of that, if I go into this cart here and just view my cart, I'll show you what I mean by this. They provide PayPal as a checkout option, which is huge. And then on top of that, if we click checkout, it's also a dedicated dropshipping product. So if you can see here, they have an order requirement dropshipping. So what this means is the supplier is going to do their best to white label the complete experience. So the packaging, for example, will not include coupons or, things that imply that it's shipped from China, etc. So this is a great way to do it. GearBest is wary that they have a lot of dropshippers using their platform. It's great for tech gear. And I'll give you an example here. Let's go ahead and type in an example here. Let's see, wireless charging pad. Let's just check that out. So this is one of the products that I've been looking at personally. So multi-function wireless charging pads are pretty big. Let's see if there's any specific ones here. Okay, so looking at this, so this is $15.99 in general for these multi-charging pads, and multi-charging pads are relatively popular. So if you go onto AliExpress right now and type in multi-charging pad. Let's see the general consensus here of, okay, so we can find a similar one here. So you're looking at roughly, for a decent pad, you're looking at $30, $36, $32, etc. So you're looking at roughly $30 for a charging pad here. And if you look at this one's $15.99. So overall, and if you look at the ones down here, obviously there's one for $30, there's one for $17. What I have found, like I said, overall is that tech products on GearBest is cheaper. It's more competitive. Plus, great user experience. They provide PayPal as a checkout option. They've got more tech options here as general, and they also provide that dropshipping order requirement that really makes it easy to dropship and provide a better user experience for the user. So GearBest, I highly recommend. I'll leave links down below to all these suggestions here so you have easy access to these alternatives to AliExpress. But it's really important that you start to think outside the box moving forward. Everyone's using AliExpress. Why not just play with these different options if you're just starting to set up a new store now? It does not hurt. The final option I'm going to give you, and this is an extremely lucrative one once more, all these suggestions I'm giving you are extremely lucrative. So this is the final suggestion I'm going to give you, and I'm not going to go into a lot of detail here because the final suggestion is private labeling, white labeling your product. Now I've got a whole heap of videos here and tutorials here that you can use. So just go ahead and type in Andrew Ethan Zeng, private label, white label, whatever, and then you can see all my product tutorials here. But this is huge moving forward. It is going to be the trend moving forward. So what I'm seeing is a lot of people are taking hot products and then just slapping their own brand onto the product, and they sell like hot pancakes. It really takes away from the stigma of drop shipping, of bad quality, etc., and really gives a brand to your product itself and makes it look unique. I've had so many people, so many friends in general, and just people in general saying, I don't think this is a dropshipping product, or, I don't think this is a bad quality product. I really want to get it simply because there's a brand on that product. And I've talked about this in the previous couple of videos, and I will talk about it in my next few videos. But this is a great way to get around that, dropshipping stigma. So white labeling, private labeling is something that you should look into moving forward. But firstly, I suggest playing around with Etsy because this gets around the fact that you need to white and private label your products itself. You can just work with a supplier to do that, or use their products, which are essentially unique products in general anyway. And take a look at GearBest. This is a great platform that is similar to AliExpress, super easy to use, but is unique in its own right. And then beyond that is white label and private labeling your products. So that is something that you really should look into, particularly if you're scaling your products. So these are the suggestions that I highly recommend you look into in 2020 and moving forward. This is really the way that you're going to make profit with dropshipping, or dramatic profit beyond just AliExpress. And if you have any other suggestions, let me know down below. If you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up, and as always, keep hustling, and I'll see you in the next video.